What a way to start a series in Boston, taking the first two with home runs, with offense, and with pitching. It was spaghetti day in Boston.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
Hello and welcome into a special Saturday edition of Locked On Astros. I'm Htown Wheelhouse. You know where to find me at Htown Wheelhouse on X, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me at Stros411 on X and on Facebook. You can also find me at Back to the Bullpen on YouTube, on iHeartRadio, on Instagram, and on X. Look, I'm always positive, always Stros. I am positive that I love the Astros going on the road and winning two in Boston. The big question coming into this series was definitely, will the offense respond if the pitchers pitch? And we'll talk a little bit about both games. We'll talk about Friday's game towards the end of this show. And we are obviously going to focus on Saturday's game. We do have a little bit to talk about from Friday night's game. We'll get to that second segment. And then probably in the third segment, we'll get to Yordan Alvarez, his multi-home run game, and what he's been doing the last 7 games. I mean, without further ado, let's not bury the lead. The player of the game, I think, goes to Spencer Arrighetti. This kid is shoving this right here. Spencer Arrighetti had his second consecutive start with 12 plus strikeouts. Wow. This kid is the first rookie in American League history to have 12 strikeouts in back-to-back starts. And I think there's only been one other person to do it in the National League. I think it was Jacob deGrom. I saw Jacob deGrom's name mentioned, but I could not find that stat that was flashed on the screen during the game. But I am super, super excited that Spaghetti got his. I mean, dude, this guy can pitch. Oh, my gosh. He was throwing gas. And I like his emotion, but he's got to make sure that he keeps his emotion under control as he has more and more success. You don't want to unabashedly put the foot on the gas pedal to where it's out of control. I mean, you know, you and I could get into a Mustang or a Corvette or, Stingray, and we could put on the gas and we could fly down the road and try to get that car up to 120, 130, 140. And it probably wouldn't be a wise idea if we're not used to that. But if you take someone like an F1 racer, like a Max Verstappen or Valtteri Bottas or Lewis Hamilton, some of the great F1 racers, right? Daniel Ricciardo is actually my favorite racer in the F1 series. But those guys put the pedal to the metal. I'm sitting in any vehicle they drive because I can trust where they're going with their speed. They don't let their emotion get the best of them. So I think that Arrighetti just needs to make sure that he continues to stay focused. He continues to just know that he has to work those counts. Look, he made the very first hitter of the game leads off with the double. Some guys give up that double, and then the next time they face that guy, it gets worse. And it could have gone bad from Arrighetti, but Arrighetti focused. Arrighetti definitely he knew what the job was at hand, because what was happening in the first part of this game were the Astros scoring runs in the first few innings of this game. They weren't. It was a 1-1 tie. And let me tell you, whenever that happens, you're a rookie. You're like, man, I just struck out 12 batters my last outing. I'm crushing it this game. My guys aren't backing me up. Not that he's openly saying this, but he could be thinking it. And then you don't get runs until really the 6th inning. 6th, 7th, and 8th, they scored. That's all they needed was the 5 runs. Now, Boston made it interesting. In the 8th inning, when they scored their 2 runs, made it 5-4. Then Hader gives up the huge double to Devers, consummate all-star. That dude just can hit. He is a gamer. Not so much with his glove, but with his bat, he's pretty special at the plate. But Arrighetti did get good performances out of his guys in the end. Multi-hit game by Bregman with the home run. Multi-hit game by Alvarez with 2 home runs. Yainer Diaz with another hit. Victor Caratini with 2 hits. Zach DeZenzo with 2 hits. The kid's hitting .313 and has a .916 OPS, 2 hard hit balls. Chas McCormick 1 for 4 today. Chas McCormick had 2 strikeouts, but he had 1 hit. He tried to contribute. Good old Chas. But let's look at this. Oh, my goodness. Let's look at what Arrighetti did on the mound. How many swings and misses do you think Arrighetti got? Without looking, how many swings and misses do you think he got? Because the other day, we had a pitcher get 26. Did he hit that 26 number? He said, who is that? Says that. Stokey Betts says 21. Or I'm sorry. So Stokey Betts said 20. Then Electro Gamer said 21. Stokey Betts said 20 to 21. Yes, he had 21 swings and misses. And so here's how that breaks down. 4-seam fastball, 9 whiffs. Dude, that 4-seam fastball was averaging 96 miles an hour. His max was 101 point. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong thing. Exit velocity. His max velocity was 96.2 miles an hour. He's averaging 94.4, but he was getting it done. Okay. 3 whiffs on his cutter, 2 on his curveball, 4 on his sweeper, and 3 on his changeup. The sweeper, he didn't throw a lot, but out of the 9 pitches, he got 4 whiffs. Out of the 43 fastballs, he got 9 whiffs. Out of his 9 sweepers, he got 4. Changeups, 9 changeups. He got 3 whiffs. He was putting it over the plate. He was putting it into the strike zone, and he was missing bats. It was phenomenal. Hey, what's up? Sorry, y'all asking about Discord. Y'all have these side conversations, and sometimes I try to get involved. It's just better for me to let you guys continue to talk. By the way, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked On Astros today. It's a special Saturday edition. Spencer Arrighetti just looks like an absolute animal. This kid is a beast. And for all intents and purposes, this kid, I think, has a very, very bright future with the Houston Astros. I mean, dude, this guy, I don't know what you got to do, though. We need to get him some more wins, don't we? We need to get him some more freaking wins. He should have a lot more wins than he has. This dude should have double-digit wins. He is just pumping the 4-seamers. 726 of his pitches, 4-seamers, 41%. His cutter, 19.2%, and curveball, 19.9%. He only throws his slider 0.2%. He's only thrown 4 sliders all year. The changeup, 143 pitches on the changeup and 199. But dude, he has reached, how many innings is he at now? Well, after today, he's probably got about 111 innings, I would say. So 111 innings for him on the year. Wow. Arrighetti just got it done. I love the swag. I love the confidence. I love the yelling. I love the pumping the fist. That's what we need. The Astros come out today. They win the second game. They do an absolute great job. So excited to see this because at the end of the day, you need your team hitting well. You need your team backing up your pitchers. A 10-hit, 5-run performance. You did leave 7 on base. I'm not so worried about that in this game. If you look at the box score straight up, the Astros were, let's see, what were they with runners in scoring position? They actually were 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position because of the long ball. But they got the job done. They didn't have a ton of guys on base, but so they were 0 for 2. And then we'll talk about Friday's game here in a little bit about what they did there, because Friday's game was even more exciting with that score. They went 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position. So look, right now, we want to talk to y'all about some pretty cool stuff we got going here because it's the summertime, it's hot, and you want to make sure that you are charged up with the right kind of fuel, because if you're not, things can go bad for you really quick. So let's talk about it. This episode is brought to you by Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use the promo code MLB. If you know that you're going to be out in the hot sun, it's America's pastime. And if you're an outdoor stadium, why not grab Liquid IV? It is a summer sensation. Popsicle firecracker flavors and indulgent hydration, they go together, man. Get hydrated with electrolytes, essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients, and the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, because baseball and summer go together, kind of like, American apple pie, or Liquid IV and indulgent hydration. That's right. Powered by the live hydroscience and optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. When you go to liquidiv.com, use the code MLB for checkout and get 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using the promo code MLB. All right, thank y'all for tuning in to us. Make sure you make us your first listen every single day. Go to Locked On MLB. Check out Sully, Paul Francis Sullivan. Please call him Sully. He's baseball's encyclopedia. He gets you covered in news stories around Major League Baseball. And also Michael Connor with the Locked On Astros postcast. I popped my head in there a couple times, saw y'all on there, saw that y'all enjoy both his show and our show. So make sure you like and subscribe his show, and make sure that you check him out as well. Also, whenever football kicks up, he will be post-game Texans, post-game Rockets, post-game Cougars, all things Houston sports. So check out Michael Connor over there. He does a great job. So Yordan Alvarez, please stand up. With a real Yordan Alvarez, please stand up. This dude is waking up. Remember, family, a couple weeks ago, we're family, even though you didn't come have lunch with me. Oh, by the way, had a great weekend. Birthday dinner with my son, with my daughter, with my grandson. It was phenomenal last night. Today, took my mom and her friend. We went to Sam's Boat. Look, if you haven't been to Sam's Boat in Kemah, you got to go. This is an unofficial plug. Great place, great seafood, great fish tacos. But it's just so good to call you guys family, because I feel like you are one of us and you're the real MVPs. But Yordan Alvarez, we were talking about how he needs to get going. Like, this is on you, Bregman. This is on you, Altuve. This is on you, Yordan. And Alex Bregman, not only is Yordan Alvarez hitting out of his mind, Alex Bregman is hitting out of his mind, because it's August. It is prime time for Alex Bregman. And this is what Yordan's done in the last 7 games. Thank you, StatMuse. Yordan Alvarez is hitting .423 with 11 hits, 4 of those home runs, 7 RBI, 5 runs scored in 7 games in the last 7 games in his career. Wow. That's huge. That is huge. So it's just one of those things where you look at this guy and you're like, man, can he carry this team? Absolutely. Yordan Alvarez can carry this team. He has the power. It's never left him. But y'all got to understand this. And this is something that I want y'all to focus on. Okay. And this isn't one of those cliche-ish, ignore the power numbers. You can't ignore the power numbers. He has 23 home runs now. But just because Yordan isn't hitting for power, if he's getting the ball and he's hitting doubles and he's getting on base, he produces more of a mystery to the team, because they're like, well, he's not hitting home runs, so he may just hit a double or a single. And so they may not walk him if he's not. He's always a power threat. That goes without saying. But my point is, Yordan can dominate whether he's hitting home runs or not. He went the 50 at bats before his next home run. Now he's got 3 in the last 7 games. Or 4 in the last 7 games. He's on it. He is simply on it. And the Astros love hitting in Fenway Park. They simply do. So if you look at Alex Bregman in August of this year, let me pull this up. In August this month, he is hitting 343. He has 12 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBI, 7 runs scored in 8 games this month. He owns a 331 career average in August. And Dorothy said, Brett, I just told you Alvarez found his bat in his garage. Really? I didn't know that. Thank you. Dorothy is always keeping us in check. Fenway is the oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball. There you go. Don't disrespect. Hey, it is the oldest. Someone said it was a dump earlier. Hey, I've heard it's not the cleanest place, but I haven't been yet, and I envy everyone who has gone. Agree, BBB. What does the BBB stand for? Because there's only one person that calls me BBB, and that's my little sister. Is that all right? Anyways, that's weird, bro. How'd you get this inside intel? I'm joking. So Yordan Alvarez, multi-hit game, multi-home run game. This is it right here. Boom. 19th multi-home run game of his career, 4th of this season. Dude is mashing the baseball. All he does is punish baseballs. I think the baseball he hit today, the first one is going on the 60-day IL, and it won't be used again. Why are we not playing Pedro Leon? Well, because we've got a plethora of guys in the outfield, and I guess the major league guys maybe trump him with service time. I don't know. Because Chas McCormick is the other side of that coin. Why are you playing Chas McCormick over Pedro? Well, Pedro hasn't proved himself, but they really haven't given him anything to work with. But DeCenzo's getting the opportunity. Zach DeCenzo is getting the opportunity. Where did he play today? He played at first base. That's right. You're going to start seeing more DeCenzo at first base and less Singleton. And I think that's a good thing for Singleton. And here's why. Because John Singleton, I do not think, is an everyday player at this stage in his career. Now, I will say this, because I'm sure there's some John Singleton apologists or maybe people that know John Singleton listen to the show and think I'm being a hater, and I absolutely am not being a hater. John Singleton has done an admirable job at first base. He has had an elite glove. He has hit key home runs. He got a key double last night. I mean, so John Singleton has contributed. But John Singleton's power is in that you don't have him starting every day, because right now you have a younger, faster, just as good option, if not better, in DeCenzo. If I've got DeCenzo and Singleton, I'm not worried about first base. First base is taken care of. I don't need Dubon at first base. I got DeCenzo. That's why Pedro Leon's not playing, because he is an outfield sub. They tried playing him at shortstop in AAA quite a bit, even in AA some. And apparently they got Jeremy Pena. They're not worried about shortstop. They've got that sewn up. Now, it would be interesting if they brought Whitcomb up, but because I think Whitcomb would be there to help with Bregman, but you're not going to sit Bregman right now because he's hot. 348, he's hot. You don't sit him down. You don't sit down Bregman. And so Pedro Leon is simply not up here, he's up here to play, but he's not playing because there's not a whole lot of places to put him. And apparently they don't have much confidence in him yet. So how does he build that confidence? When he gets that one start out of 7, he's got to ball out. He's got to go 2 for 4. There can't be any wavering on this. And so you just have to take it for what it is, that Pedro Leon is not the guy that they are looking for to fulfill their needs. If he could, they would absolutely be putting him in there. We've got guys that are moving through the ranks. There was a report today just bragging about how good Bryce Matthews is. Someone asked me to give you a report on Junk. I've heard he's doing well, but I do not know exactly how much or what exactly he's doing. I just know that they have him, that they got him, but I don't have anything to tell on that. Tell him how the cow ate the cabbage. No pun intended, Trey Cabbage. That's right. That's right. Look at this. The Astros now are leading the league with 30 straight series without getting swept. They are starting to get their playoff run. Joseph, you're right. And here's the thing. If you get to the playoffs and you're hot, boom, there you go. That's all you need. Well, we got one more group that we want to talk to y'all about because, look, I can tell you I'm excited about these guys. If you haven't heard of them, you're about to hear about them right now. You're going to love this. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. Download the app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match of up to $100. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app and over 4 million. What are you talking about, Wheelhouse? There's 5 million active members. You're one of them. I know, dude. Why are you getting on me? Myself and Eric love playing. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less than 2 to 6 player projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on all the daily action with your friends and become a part of PrizePicks community today. You can now win 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 picks that are correct. You can turn $10 into $1,000, whether it's WNBA, Olympics, basketball, baseball, football. Did you see Tank Dell catch that 34-yard pass and run it into the end zone from C.J. Stroud? There's so much to be thankful for when it comes to PrizePicks. It's also available in 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. So download the PrizePicks app today and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for your first deposit match of up to $100. That's right. That's promo code LOCKEDONMLB on PrizePicks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And after you make us your first listen every day, make Locked On MLB your second listen every day. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank you for coming in. And that's right, Killer Cam. Tank Dell is the truth. And look, I do not mind talking about the Texans because, baby, they are about to go off. Look, sports are going to be fun this year. The Astros are going to have another playoff run. Then the Rockets will start shortly after that. And then you've got the Texans who are going to be rolling. They're one of the Super Bowl favorites. I mean, it's a good time to be a Houston Astro. Oh, and Kyle Tucker may be coming back, baby. That's right. But we have to see. So let's talk about Kyle Tucker a little bit because and I won't read the whole article. I'm obviously not going to read the article to you. You have to go look. The Athletic, I'll be real honest. You could probably pull receipts on me on Twitter or on X, and you can see where I was pretty bummed that the Athletic was charging. I was like, I'm not paying for subscription to the Athletic. Well, I went ahead and bit the bullet and did it. And let me tell you, I actually do. I don't support betting advertisements. Well, powered by plants. Sorry about that. It is part of the job. So, but this is a portion of Chandler Rome's article on Kyle Tucker. If I were you, I would go subscribe to the Athletic. It's actually very inexpensive, and go read Chandler Rome's articles. There's a lot of people that don't like him. A lot of people that just think he's not very nice. Well, look, he's a reporter. Okay. And I think he does the job very, very well. Everybody thinks he hates the Astros. He doesn't. He's just not a fan of the team. He goes, I'm a reporter. I'm not a fan. So he keeps it objective. He keeps it 100. I respect that. This is what he said from one orthopedic surgeon talking about Kyle Tucker's leg. It's absolutely possible. And it talking about the length of the injury. Okay. So the context here is Kyle Tucker's injury has lingered on longer than the Astros assumed. So this is what it says, especially for those of y'all listening. Again, if you listen, we love you, but we want you to come by and hang out with us. We're family, right? It is absolutely possible, and it happens for these injuries to sometimes take months to fully resolve. From another, there's not a lot of stuff you can do to speed up the recovery process. So there are a lot of people, and I don't know if there's anybody in this chat or in this family that's done this or said this. There's a lot of people who think the Astros are not telling us the truth. Brett, we going to get Kyle Tucker? Well, that's what we're talking about, Dorothy. We're trying to talk through it. This isn't just a simple yes or no. You got to understand, as I have been saying on this show, it could take 3 to 12 months to fully heal from that. I don't think it's going to take 12 months. I believe you get Tucker the beginning of September. Even if you get him mid-September, I'm fine. You know why? Because he doesn't have treads off his tires. He is rested. He's ready to go. And Yordan's still going to be crushing baseballs. Bregman's just going to be finishing the hottest month of his career, and that's where he bats the best. Altuve is going to be killing it. Jeremy Pena, DeCenzo, they're all going to be at the table eating, okay? They're going to have that 6-man rotation with JV, you know? So we'll go from there. By the way, JV is starting tonight. So how soon do we get him back, Dorothy? I'm not sure, but I think at the latest mid-September, if I'm being completely honest. Supreme Panda says, I want Tucker back. Dude, we all want Tucker back. We need King Tuck. Of course we do. Believe me, as frustrated as we are, nobody's more frustrated than Tucker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I say that all the time. I'm glad you guys get it. So, hold on. Someone said at work that the Rangers, they put a gif of the Rangers winning the World Series. Well, look, let them have their time. They're still reigning champs until they're completely eliminated. They're not playing very well. They actually beat the Yankees today. They actually, good God, they crushed the Yankees today. Did you see that score? It was on national TV. It was on MLB Network. They beat the Yankees. It was a doubleheader. The Yankees beat them 8-0. Then the Rangers beat them 9-4. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't realize they had a doubleheader today. Well, there you go. They split with the Yankees today. We got to hope that the Mariners lose tonight, because the Mariners did win last night. Gosh dang it. They won in a walk-off. Yes. Oh, so frustrating. But we're a half game up because we won. So hopefully, we've won 4 in a row. Hopefully, they lose. But what a great 2 games. Let's go back to Friday's game, because Friday's game, which was on my birthday, I was like, Astros, give me a win. Of course, they won because it was my birthday, right? I mean, that's what you got to tell yourself. Altuve's home run was a game changer. He basically became, he moved into a tie all time for 4th all time in home runs, 223 home runs. And it was, 224 home runs was his game tying home run. So he's now alone 4th all time. Yainer Diaz. Oh my gosh. Did you see that home run in the rain? Hey, thank you, Brie. I appreciate it. In the rain, he freaking obliterated that baseball. I wonder if it was raining, would that ball have gone further? I don't know. I literally have never been to Boston. I don't know. Is the air thicker or thinner out there when it's not raining? That ball was an absolute he destroyed that baseball. You had Yordan Alvarez with the big RBI double. You had Jeremy Pena with the RBI single. I talked about it earlier. John Singleton's go-ahead single. And see, that's my point. My point with John Singleton is this. Yes, I know the game started. And if y'all get updates on how Verlander's doing, let me know. I'll be checking X while we're on this. If Singleton is in there and platooning with DeCenzo, and DeCenzo is killing it, and Singleton, when he gets in there, contributes, you've got a great tandem. Now, I think for all intents and purposes, if DeCenzo is hot, obviously he would get the start in a playoff situation. But if you need a pinch hitter, if you need a lefty to come up, and Singleton's your guy, and he's got good numbers against a pitcher in a key matchup, you can put Singleton in, and then you can keep it in at first. You don't lose anything with the glove. Yes. So we're talking about baseball's out of the park, correct? So today, the Houston Astros, see how many home runs did we have today? Because I've got to go back and look. Alvarez home run, Bregman home run, DeCenzo home run. That's right. And I did miss the DeCenzo home run myself. And you're right. it was it out of, oh, it was, okay. See, I didn't think DeCenzo's was out of the park because when I watched it originally, I thought it hit that sign. I just watched the replay of it. That's on me. Good job, DeCenzo. Dude, how you hit your first home run and freaking, oh my God, this is amazing. Yes, I do. I try to read all your comments. Y'all are here, right? You want to be a part of the show, right? Oh, right here. Corbin, man, you're killing it, bro. Dude's working right now, and he's updating us on the show. Verlander pick up a strikeout in a scoreless first inning in his rehab start. Boom, that's awesome. I love it. And then right here, Powerhouse with the stats. 1 walk, 1 K, 1 inning pitched. You love to see it. So, guys, look, this is all for me. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Locked on Astros. Time's running out, but you know what? We'll be back tomorrow. The Astros have won the first 2 on this road trip. They're looking good. Just like I told everybody in Louisiana on the radio on Friday, the Astros going to win this series. Now, sweet. Houston Astros, and baseball. It feels like the playoffs. And I know we got a long ways to go, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. So for myself, from everybody here at Locked on Astros, Eric the Man Huysman, who's not here, but he'll be here tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining us. Y'all are the best. Y'all make my day better, and I love y'all. As always, go Stros.